Ray also was calling in. We left Ray over the break. Is he still with us? All right. So Ray has a very good question.
Ooh.
Ray, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Loud and clear, Ray.
Awesome. How you doing?
We're both good.
Awesome.
You in a tunnel, Ray? Or you just breathing heavily into the phone?
Mouth breather.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a headpiece on. That's what it is.
Oh,
okay,
a little
gotcha.
walkie-talkie. Hands free. Yeah, spaceman. All right. What's your question for Marni?
Okay. How you doing, Marni? I think you probably know me. My question is, I'm very good
creepy
at
as hell.
being a very good conversationalist. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a great conversationalist so far.
Yeah, I'm actually usually I'm a very good conversationalist.
Can you hear us, Ray?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the thing is that I'm very good at conversation. I'm very good at communicating. And
Ray,
I got
how
no
do you think your
problem going up to a
conversation
woman,
skills are?
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, approaching and everything. My question is that how do you create that connection or keep that momentum going once that you started the conversation, once that, like, you know, you're into it? How do you create that connection, create that spark of attraction?
Okay, so I have this method that's called LCA. It's learn, confirm, appreciate. And if you can make note to do this several times while in conversation with a woman, it'll definitely increase the chances of there being a connection. So
say it again for me.
It's learn, confirm, appreciate.
Okay, learn, confirm, appreciate.
I'll back this up for a second because I've interviewed nearly like 5,000 women over the course of 12 years. That seems kind of low for 12 years, actually. But I've talked to a lot of women, and one of the main complaints they have is that, obviously you've heard this before, men don't listen. But what that actually means is that a lot of times women will pour their heart out, they'll spit out their emotion, they'll say what they think and feel, even in a first interaction. They're telling you, I really liked dogs when I was younger. For them, that's an emotion they're giving to you, right? And so a lot of guys will look at them, nod, and then continue talking rather than acknowledging and validating what they've said. So when men, because that's how men talk to each other, right? I like sports. I like hot dogs. You know, there isn't like more.
I like sports. I like hot dogs.
Yeah, well.
So for women,
Ray, is this how you are in conversation?
So if you think of women, and like this isn't like in a sad way where they need to be validated all the time, but just like they need to know that they've been heard, right? So if a woman says to you, "Oh, when I was younger, I used to ride horses and I loved it." Not that all women used to ride horses and love it, but you know what I mean. As an example, you say, learn, which is the L part. You learn. Okay, that's it. You're taking in that information. You confirm you've heard it. You nod your head. You say, like what we were talking about with Howard Stern. You say, oh, that's interesting, or oh, really? Tell me more. Something that says I'm confirming that I've heard you in some way. And then the best part ever is that you appreciate, right? So where the appreciation comes from is in your mind you're thinking, and the message you're getting across to a woman is, because of what you've said, you're a little bit more interesting to me now. I'm intrigued, right? So you're appreciating them. But overall, what you're doing is saying, I've heard what you said. I'm totally validating you. And now I'm going to tell you a story about me being on a horse or something I did in childhood that is equally as wonderful to me. And
he's getting the confirmation part down.
Yeah, you got the confirmation. I love it.
And
Oh, trust me, I feel so validated right now.
Are you writing this down, Ray?
A lot of the time,
actually, yes, I am.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
you
I
know
know
this is
he
recorded. You could like listen to this whenever you want. But that's what happens with a lot of clients that I have.
Confirmed.
Yeah. When I was in this one seminar in Toronto that I did, this boot camp, we have a 3-day boot camp, and all of us, we don't stay together for 3 days. We're at the same hotel and we have 3 days together.
Right.
And I went down for breakfast, and one of the guys was there. We sat for breakfast, and he would ask me questions. I would pour my heart into my response, and he'd stare at me, nod his head, and then ask another question. And like literally by the third time, I wanted to punch that guy in the face because I was like, "You're not hearing anything that I said." But I told him afterwards, and I said, "You know what? When
He's not giving you feedback at all.
Not giving me feedback." And he said, "Oh my God, I'm totally hearing everything that you say, and I appreciate it." And I said, "Okay, then that's what you need to express more to women, because I think that's the hole for you in conversation."
Yeah. You know, Marni, the thing
Ray,
is,
we're talking here.
Yeah, so stop interrupting our conversation.
Christ, Ray.
We were having a moment.
You know, don't cut people off, Ray.
I love that he's saying
number one in conversation.
I apologize.
No worries.
We were
I'm
just
messing
joking with you.
But
hopefully that made sense.
All right, Ray.
Yeah, it did. Because the thing is that very often, whenever I'm talking with a woman, I mean, she would say, "So what do you do?" So and quite frankly, I have no problem, tooting my own horn. As you can
Right.
probably tell. And then it's like, well, if I toot my own horn, she gets turned off, and that's like the opposite effect. You don't want that.
If you toot your own horn, you got to toot her horn as well, and then hopefully you'll be tooting her horn later.
Okay.
All right, Ray. Thank you for calling in. That's it.
You're welcome, Marni. I'm signing up for a mock date. I'm telling you.
Oh, awesome! That's wonderful.
All right, we're proud of you. Bye, Ray.
You got the confirmed answer.
LCA.
That's great.